The Los Angeles Lakers kicked off their playoff series against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Saturday night. But the game didn't unfold the way they had hoped. Inside a packed arena full of excitement and high expectations, the Lakers started strong. They looked like the dominant team fans had been waiting to see. The energy in the first quarter was intense, execution was crisp, the crowd was fired up, and it seemed like Los Angeles was ready to set the tone for the series. However, things changed quickly. As soon as the second quarter began, the Lakers seemed like a completely different squad. Their energy disappeared, their focus dropped, and Minnesota took full advantage. The Timberwolves seized the opportunity and completely outplayed the Lakers for the rest of the game. What started with promise quickly spiraled into a mess. Turnovers mounted, defensive schemes fell apart. The Timberwolves hit their shots, played with toughness, and kept pushing the pace. Meanwhile, the Lakers looked slow, disconnected, and overwhelmed. LeBron James wasn't happy. After the game, the four-time NBA champion spoke to the media and didn't hide his disappointment. "I don't think we did a good enough job after the first quarter," LeBron said, shaking his head. That single line said it all. Coming from a veteran who's played in more than 280 playoff games, it meant a lot. He knows what it takes to win in the postseason, and what the Lakers showed after that first quarter didn't meet that standard. This wasn't just about a few missed shots or one or two players having a bad night. It was a complete team collapse, and it happened on their home court. By halftime, Minnesota had control. By the third quarter, the game felt out of reach. The Lakers never bounced back from the pounding they took in the second quarter. Minnesota built momentum, gained confidence, and kept attacking. The Lakers had no answer. Now, instead of leading the series and holding home court, the Lakers trail 0-1. Even worse, they've lost home court advantage to a young, hungry Timberwolves squad with something to prove. LeBron finished the night with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. On paper, it wasn't a bad performance, but something felt off. He didn't have that classic LeBron moment, the kind where he takes over and shifts the game's momentum. That spark was missing. Still, this loss wasn't just on LeBron. The whole team looked unprepared. The bench lacked impact. The defense allowed too many open looks, and Minnesota got comfortable early and never lost that rhythm. Even so, LeBron is already looking forward. He believes this loss could be the wake-up call the team needed. Maybe it took one playoff game to understand how intense and physical they're going to play, he said. That's just their style. We need to be ready by Tuesday night. He's right. The Timberwolves brought the fight, and the Lakers didn't respond. That can't happen again if LA hopes to win this series. Game 2 has become a must-win, not just to tie the series, but to stop the slide and rebuild confidence. If Minnesota goes up 2-0 heading home, the Lakers might fall into a hole too deep to escape. This isn't only about winning a playoff game, it's about legacy. LeBron James, at 40 years old, is still carrying huge expectations. He's still the one expected to lead, to perform, and to hold his teammates accountable when things fall apart. There's also urgency. Time is running out. Every game matters now. Every possession counts. So, what happens next? Can the Lakers bounce back? Will LeBron rise to the challenge again and lead the way? Can the role players bring the hustle and energy that was missing in Game 1? Because here's the truth. The Timberwolves won't slow down. They've tasted success, taken Game 1 on the road, and they're ready to push even harder. The Lakers must respond. It's bounce back or break. Game 2 on Tuesday night could shape the rest of the series. Now, let's talk about Austin Reaves. He had one of the most impressive breakout seasons of the 2024-25 NBA campaign. In his first full year as a starter for the Lakers, he didn't just improve, he evolved. He broke personal records, led the team when LeBron James and Luka Doncic were unavailable, and became a key part of the Lakers' offense. Night after night, Reaves proved he belonged on the court with elite players. He wasn't just filling a role, he was making plays, taking control of games, and showing he could be a major part of a championship team. And yet, when the NBA announced the 3 finalists for Most Improved Player, Reaves was left out. Instead, the league selected Cade Cunningham, Ivica Zubac, and Dyson Daniels. Fans across the league were stunned, confused, and disappointed. How does a player who went undrafted, worked his way from a two-way deal to becoming a starter on one of the league's most iconic teams, not even make the final 3? Let's take a closer look at Reaves' season. He averaged 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.1 steals per game. He shot 46% from the field, nearly 38% from 3, and a stellar 87.7% from the free throw line. He played in 73 games and averaged 34 minutes a night. In one standout performance against the Pacers, Reaves scored a career-high 45 points and led the team to victory without LeBron or Luka. More than the stats, it's the story that matters. Reaves wasn't drafted. No team called his name. He began on a two-way contract, the kind rarely leading to stardom. He earned every minute he got. Nothing was handed to him. That's what makes his rise so remarkable. And that's exactly what the Most Improved Player award is supposed to celebrate. Players who went from being overlooked to becoming central figures, thanks to hard work and production. Still, the NBA chose a different narrative. Cade Cunningham had a solid season. He helped Detroit make the playoffs and posted strong numbers. But he was the #1 overall pick. His growth wasn't surprising, it was expected. He had every resource and opportunity from the start. Ivica Zubac is a steady big man, a reliable defender, and a double-double threat. But his game hasn't drastically changed. He improved within his role, but not in a way that redefined his career. Dyson Daniels is a promising young player, but did he have a bigger impact than Reaves? Was he the third scoring option on a contender? Did he lead his team without stars and drop 40+? No, he didn't. This wasn't just a snub, it was a bigger issue. It showed how the league often overlooks players who weren't groomed for stardom. Those who didn't come from elite programs or enter with hype. Reaves represents every player told they weren't good enough. Every underdog. Every athlete who had to carve their own path. He became a fan favorite, praised for his toughness, IQ, and clutch moments. But somehow, that wasn't enough. Maybe the award criteria need to be reevaluated. Maybe the voters focus too much on draft status or basic stats. Maybe there's a bias toward players who were always expected to shine. If someone like Reaves doesn't get recognized for Most Improved, what's the award really about? Would things be different if he'd been drafted, even at the end of the first round? Would his success be taken more seriously? It's frustrating. It's disappointing. And it sends a message that no matter how hard you work or how much you produce, it might not be enough if you weren't part of the plan from the beginning. Here's the truth about Reaves. He's not chasing awards. He's chasing wins. He's chasing titles. This moment might hurt, but it'll only push him further. He's not done. Not even close. If the NBA didn't notice him this time, he'll make sure they can't ignore him next time. Leaving him off the finalist list wasn't just a snub. It was a mistake. Meanwhile, over in Milwaukee, something is brewing. After a rough Game 1 loss to the Pacers, a wild rumor is starting to sound a bit more realistic. The Bucks lost 117-98. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 36 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. But even that wasn't enough. Damian Lillard was out. 2 other starters didn't score at all. The offense stalled. The defense broke down. Milwaukee looked lost. This wasn't just a bad night. It felt deeper, like something was cracking. It's been 3 seasons since Milwaukee's 2021 championship. Since then, they've had disappointing playoff runs and early exits. Giannis is turning 31 next season, and the clock is ticking. He's done everything for this team. MVPs, a title, defense awards. But now, he wants more rings, more legacy. And if the Bucks can't deliver, maybe the Lakers can. The Lakers are building something. Luka Doncic is already there. JJ Redick brings a fresh coaching approach. LeBron still has fuel left. Austin Reaves is becoming a star. Rui Hachimura adds defense and size. GM Rob Pelinka is always ready to make bold moves. Now imagine adding Giannis to that group. It wouldn't just be another super team, it would be a European-led dynasty. Luka and Giannis anchoring a team with 17 titles already. A global powerhouse. Yes, trading for Giannis would cost a lot. And the first name the Bucks would ask for? Austin Reaves. He's had a breakout season, stepped up when needed, and proven he can be a cornerstone.